Thank you very much, Donnie Chedrick and Austin Anderson. Welcome to the Rudy Marisa Fieldhouse. I'm Greg Finley, along with my partner, Drew Brown. And Drew, we've got the 22-0 Thomas More Saints here at the Rudy Marisa Fieldhouse today to take on the 13-9 Waynesburg Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, and this Thomas More team, it's no secret about it. They lead the PAC in just about every category you can, give or take a couple: scoring offense, scoring defense, turnover margin, blocks, steals, assists, turnovers, everything. I mean, there's a reason that this team is 22-0, Greg.
109-49 victory in its last contest over Westminster on Wednesday. Nikki Kiernan with 9 double-doubles this season. Abby Owings had a triple-double in Wednesday's contest. And then Madison Temple had the triple-double. Then you've got Abby Owings as well, who averages 16.9 points per game and 44 three-pointers. This Thomas More team is lethal.
Yeah, and they are deep, too. They have girls that can come off the bench and get the job done. There's not a single Thomas More player in the top 20 in minutes played in the President's Athletic Conference this season, which just goes to show that they've had so many big margins that they've been able to mix everybody in.
We're going to send it over now to Rob McKinney for starting lineups and the national anthem. We are underway inside the Rudy Marisa Fieldhouse. Tip-off won by the Saints. Ware to Temple for 3, top of the key, a little too strong. And the basketball will go out of bounds. Waynesburg will take possession. So Thomas More wants to start early with a three-pointer. Just 11 seconds in. Jackets get the basketball now as Starr brings the ball up. Going right to the basket, finds Knetzer, right elbow jumper, a little too strong. Rebound made by Kiernan. Kiernan, the PAC player of the week for Thomas More. Temple to the basket, left-handed layup, good. Madison Temple, who averages 15.2 points per game, gets the Saints on the board first. Paul with it now to Ware. Ware goes on the other side of the court to Owens. Temple with it now. Temple, left-handed hook. Yes. Left-handed hook shot by Temple. She has 4. Starr being pressured by Ware on her way up to half court. Stops her dribble now. Delaney with it. Haley Delaney, Starr, Gelman with a fake. Throws up a shot. Yes. Gelman, who averages 12 points a game, on the board. It's Paul, and she loses the basketball. Starr with it. She's got Gelman down court. Gelman stops her dribble, lays it up and in.
Good move by Gelman there. She saw Temple out of a peripheral and was able to make that stop, put it right up, tie game.
And Gelman at 5'7", Temple at 6 foot. Smart play to avoid getting blocked. Able to get the open look. Here's Owings for 3, no. And the rebound is made though by Temple. Ware with it, back to Owings. Owings on the drive, Temple. Now it's Ware. Back to Temple. Temple for 3. Splash.
7 points, all courtesy of Madison Temple, the sophomore, who was a second-team All-PAC just last season. She's come along very, very well this year for Thomas More.
Her number 34 for three-pointers for her on the season. And ball goes out of bounds. Jackets retake possession. It's Starr, top of the key, stops at the free throw line, jumper, good. Monica Starr on the board. Just a sophomore, having herself a great season, 8 points per game, a 48.3% field goal shooter is Monica Starr.
Yeah, Starr's really helped this Waynesburg team out this year and been a catalyst in a lot of their wins. 5 double-digit games, several double-doubles. She's done very well.
As Owings triples her 45th three-pointer of the season. Delaney to Gelman. Now it's Starr. Gelman for 3. Oh yeah. Katie Gelman. Her 45th triple of the season. She has 7, and it's a 1-point game. Owings, Temple, another 3 on the way. Oh my. Madison Temple having herself a start to this game. She has 10. Great job by Katie Gelman to not foul there. As the inbound goes to Kieran, and she lays it up and in, +1.
First points of the contest for the junior Kieran. Very well. Could be the most productive player on this Thomas More team, right up there with players like Owens and Temple, just leading this team to dominance over the past several seasons.
84.5% free throw shooter as Kieran. Free throw is true, and the Saints have a 7-point lead. Drazik with it. And her pass is intercepted. Kramer read it. Kramer all by herself, lays it up and in. She has 2, and that will be a timeout called by Coach Sam Jones as the Jackets trail by 9. Temple, Thomas More comes the other way. Temple to Kramer. Kramer, Temple, open 3 on the way, okay. Madison Temple with 13 here in the first quarter. Lethal from downtown.
Yeah, season high of 23 for the sophomore Temple. She could very well be making a case to break that. We mentioned that triple-double against Westminster last time out. 18 points, 11 rebounds, 10 assists.
Drazik with an answer. This one will not fall. Another rebound for Temple. Final 2 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Thomas More up 12. Kramer to Temple. Temple again, top of the key. Another 3. Oh my. 16 for Temple. She now has 37 triples on the season, had 33 coming into this game. Drazik. Bounce pass to Knetzer. Knetzer lays it up and lays it in. Have to get Addie Knetzer going in this game. It's 24-11, Thomas More with 1:24 to go, first quarter. Temple, here's a wide open 3 on the way. This one is no good by Clapper. Rebound by Eng. McClaven. Screen by Drazik. Julie to the basket. She draws the foul. And a sophomore exercise science major from Seton LaSalle, played basketball and soccer in high school. As she makes the second free throw. First point for Julie DeClaven as we approach the final minute here in the first quarter. Kramer loses the basketball but regains it. Temple gets a screen. Jumper just behind the free throw line. Madison Temple with 18 points here in the first quarter. Final 10 seconds here in the first quarter. Temple with it. Step back, loses the ball. Kramer for 3. Yep. And that will end the first quarter.
17-point deficit. Thomas More leads, and this is nothing out of the ordinary, Greg. It was a 30-point game in favor of Thomas More at the end of the first quarter last time out against Westminster.
Gelman driving to the basket, rejected by Kiernan. Owens comes the other way. Owens works her way to the basket. Floater, good. 5 points for Abby Owens. Thomas More by 19. Gelman loses her dribble to Knetzer. Knetzer working on Kiernan. Kiernan rejects, but there's a foul.
And Kiernan came into this game with 60 blocks, all good for the PAC lead. Chalk it up to 62 now, and right there, as a foul is called, could have been 63. And as you see on the replay, Knetzer goes up against Kiernan, got a little bit on the hand of Knetzer, which puts her at the line for a pair of free throws.
Knetzer, the junior from Houston, Pennsylvania, making the second free throw. Addie Knetzer with 3. And the rebound made by Starr. Starr works it down court to Delaney. Delaney, and Gelman's wide open, but not anymore. She was looking to get the pass because she was standing there open, but Delaney unable to get it to her. Delaney for 3. Yes. Her 25th triple of the season. She has 3 in this contest. 15-point game. Kiernan working on Knetzer. Hook shot, no good. Rebound Addy. Kiernan, but able to keep the basketball. Now Kiernan's open for a jumper, and it's good.
Yeah, and the thing about Kiernan, as we talked about it in pregame with some other people around the Thomas More team, she has such good finesse moves. You know, for a down-low presence, she can make moves in the post and can also knock them down from the mid-range, which is a little bit different than what we see from Addie Knetzer, a little bit more gritty down low, earning her points in the paint.
A three ball from the parking lot is good by Katie Gelman. She has 10. Her second three of the game. Thomas More comes the other way. Ware with a floater in. She has 2. Averages 3.7 points per game. She's not much of a scorer for this Thomas More team.
Yeah, second in the President's Athletic Conference in assists, though, 11th in steals, first in turnover.
That's why she's in the lineup. Yep.
That's why she has started all 23 games this season. Is a great presence for the Saints.
Delaney gets rejected on her way to the basket. Thomas More has numbers. It's Paul to the basket. Right-handed layup is good. And we're going to get a timeout by Waynesburg as Thomas More has extended its lead to 18 points. Take a look here.
You see Gelman take a knock there. She was able to get up and fight that one off without really any harm.
They bring the ball up, and now Temple back on the court. Drazik to Clavin. Now Gelman, another three from the parking lot. Yes! Katie Gelman, her third triple of the first half as Temple comes the other way, misses, rebound made. Ware to Owings. Underneath the basket, it's Rupp. Swings it to the top of the key, back to Temple. Temple, Ware, Rupp underneath the basket. Shot goes up, and there's a foul on Haley Delaney.
Good as of late, but only 4 points against St. Vincent 3 games ago. She's been rather limited. Did have her season high against Chatham Wednesday night, but Gelman nearing 900 points in her Waynesburg Yellow Jacket career. She's been outstanding today.
Rupp's second free throw on the way is also good. She has 2 points. Delaney comes the other way, backs down on Paul. To O'Keefe, wide open three on the way, splash. Jackets knocking down some big shots. Still down by 14.
Yeah, they're shooting relatively well. They're making their open shots. It's just, you see things like this, Thomas More is just so physical, and when you're not matched up with them down low, they'll bang it, you know, from 25 feet.
Yep. And now Knetzer's going to come back into the game after you mentioned that. Got to get her back underneath the basket. As Rupp now has 4. That's Gelman with the basketball. She gets rejected on this attempt from way downtown. Temple finds Rupp wide open underneath the basket. She lays it up, and she is fouled by Delaney. Delaney a little late getting back on defense. Gave Rupp the open look. As you take a look at this replay, Delaney gets her on the, well, there's a fake by Rupp. Delaney's up in the air, and she's able to draw the foul. Rupp 2 of 2 from the charity stripe already. A 61% free throw shooter. First free throw here is good, nothing but net. She now has 5 points. Rupp, the sophomore elementary education major from Milan, Indiana, Batesville High School. She had 8 points versus Waynesburg in the first meeting, and her best game, 12 points versus Grove City.
Yeah, Batesville High School, all conference, 2 years in a row, her junior and senior season. She's fit into this Thomas More team very well.
Fighting for the rebound, and Kramer comes down with it. Temple wide open the other way. Left-handed layup good. And Temple has 20. Temple with the basketball. Will take it herself, spins, goes to the basket, draws a foul on Drazik. I think you could tell from the very beginning of that possession, Temple was taking the shot.
Yeah, and she's got 20, 18 of those coming in the first quarter, a chance to add onto those. Well, she's at the line for 2 free throws, but, you know, season high of 23 against St. Vincent, confident she'll end up reaching that, just a couple points away now. But, you know, all but 2 games this season, Madison Temple has scored in double figures. She, between the three of her, Owings, and Kiernan, has progressed the most just because she's a year younger, a sophomore, and we'll be seeing her for a couple more years as a Thomas More Saint.
Knocks down both free throws. Temple has 22 points here in the first half with 1:45 to go. Thomas More with the basketball the other way. Owings driving, has it knocked away by Gelman. Great steal by Katie Gelman. Gelman against Temple, to the basket, draws the foul. That's a smart play.
Chance for Gelman to do what she does best. Free throw percentage for Gelman, second in the President's Athletic Conference at 89%.
And she buries the first. Katie with 14 here in the first half. Gelman, a senior, here on senior day. But it's not the last game for the Jackets. They have 2 left. As the second free throw is good. Gelman with 15 in the first half. Temple working on Starr, left-handed layup good. Using that height and length to lay it up and in. Temple with 24. Starr working all the way around, finds Gelman, open 3. Yes!
What a first half from Katie Gelman. It might be an 18-point game, but that's 18 points for Gelman right there. More than half of the Yellow Jackets' production offensively in that first half of play. Gelman has just been fantastic. She plays this whole game. She's going to have her best game of the season.
You definitely needed Katie Gelman to show up in this basketball game because Thomas More is so lethal from the floor, knocking down jump shot after jump shot and getting to the basket on layup attempts. You needed Gelman to knock down some big three-pointers, and she's done it. She has 4 of them here in the first half.
Yeah, and as far as the rest of the Yellow Jackets go, you had 3 points from Cassidy O'Keefe, a point from DeClaven, 3 from Delaney, 2 from Starr and Knetzer. This might be the big kicker in this 18-point deficit. Only 3 points for the junior, averaging 17 a game. The best player on this Waynesburg team. Gelman has carried the load and kept the deficit to really a respectable 18-point one at halftime.
Yeah, for sure. And then on the other side, you've got Thomas More led by Madison Temple with 24 points here in the first half. But we're going to send it to Donnie Chedrick and Austin Anderson for the halftime show. Gentlemen.